La da 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 dee. Look at me. Hey guys, I'm just like singing along with myself today. Oh, who be this? Is that me? Number one? Number one looking at me? Okay, well, if you're on this channel, welcome. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I love how that came off of my tongue. Now I feel like I can fully receive it. Before it was like a little weird, and I was like, but it's also maybe my soul was like, why the F not? Why the F not? Huh? Why not receive? Why not? You know? So I am just preparing la cards. What do they say? A la carte? The a la carte cards. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, anyhow, maybe we should do it on a card. Maybe actually I wanted to get a card for a long time. Now I'm seeing okay. Oh, do I mention it? Okay. Wait. So, all right. So your girl T, I just have to just side note this for a second because I'm excited about all of life today, okay? So your girl T just got this in the mail, and I'm so excited because I'm about to visually show you um, how we're going to literally do life up. Okay, now let me show you real quick before I start the cards. So I got these in the mail. We about to do, and they look way better in person than on camera. As do I. I'm not even gonna lie. But basically, do you see my lip? Do you see my lip? You see how it's washing me out? So I'm about to do a form of color therapy, which is color analysis. So we're going to basically compare your face, and it also has a lot to do with feng shui face reading, but I'm kind of blending the two. Okay. So, and this is actually just coming to me now as I'm doing it. I thought I was going to either do just the color analysis, but I guess I'm doing both, which makes sense. So, long story short, we're going to take these and we're gonna apply it to basically your, your face color, your lip color, basically what, see how the orange makes me so look super nice. So this is like color analysis. We're going to hold it against your face and we're going to see like, wow, what lights you up, wow, I like how that came out. So yeah, so that's really cool. And by the way, do I talk about it? Okay, I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm so good at this shit because let me just say that in my graduation, my high school graduation photo, everybody's like choosing the normal, like whatever you had kind of displayed to you, like the gray, the background of gray, the background of, so the backdrop, you know what I'm saying? So somebody randomly put an orange one, but it was like a light, like salmony orange, and I was like, oh no, that's mine right there, you know what I'm saying? But also because it came out so nice and kind of fruitful and just really kind of glam and just peachy. Like I like a peachy kind of look, and peachy has been the theme. Okay. So orange makes me kind of stand out, but do you see like my lips? They're like a little too bland for cam. So I am literally going to start doing this for all people that are basically YouTubers in front of a cam, also in person too, because it applies both ways. But I feel like on cam, you kind of need to know like what would pop more so that you kind of are not blended in with the background. Do you get what I'm saying? Because right now I'm wearing peachy. Peachy is fine and how I feel in real life, but also maybe if I made it a little bit of a shade darker of peach, then it would have been, the camera would have picked up. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Okay. So that is what's starting. However, I have to, which today I think it's coming more forward that I get to essentially, I got to transfer some data off of my phone and then I can start marketing like how a chica wants to. Okay. Which I'm so grateful for. So, all right. So let's get into it. By the way, okay. I don't know if, well, maybe we'll get into it later. I'm so excited about life these days and I'm I'm so grateful to be able to say that. I'm so sorry. It's like I can't even, I'm so excited I can't hold back like like kind of cursing, okay? Um okay. So, thank you Spirit for your personal reading for me today as I'm doing this. Okay. So, let's get into it. All right. So, theme of the day in regards to a yin card for the day. Let's go yin card. Highest and best, most clearest, most joyous, most accurate, most truthful, most direct yin card. And then let's do the same yang card. Oh my God, that's awesome. Okay. And then okay. Literally the midway joyous way is today's a good day. Oh my God, I love it. So today's a good day is your midway joyous way, which is where if I have to tune in and tap into it, and I already am, thank God, but what I'm saying is talk about it, then I will. But really, we're going to talk about the more challenging elements out of life. And that's how, excuse me, we're going to do these readings. So I'm not going to touch upon all of these. I'm just going to touch, and the word is graze. I'm going to graze upon these. So people just kind of need to know. I'm not going to go in depth. I'm just going to keep it meaningful but topical, right? In depth but topical. So we're gonna, and topical, it needs to happen because I can literally have such a long reading. And honestly, I don't mind going on here for like an hour and 10 minutes. I don't mind doing that at all. An hour and 12 minutes, it's 72 minutes. So 72 minutes would be really good. But also, you know, yeah, so sometimes it's like it could be way too long because I don't know how to edit, right? So the whole thing is it's like, okay. So anywho, I'm gonna also be sipping while I'm doing this because you're damn right. It's a joy. It's a joy to be doing both. So I bring it. You know what I'm saying? And yes, it's gonna mess up my lipstick. And yes, I don't give a shit. And yes, guess what? If it takes off a little bit of a layer, I think my real lips are a little bit more pinky. So whatever, yo. Gotta love it. Okay, I'm so grateful. All right, so all right, the first card up as your yin is let your light shine. So talk about psychic and a medium, not both in one shot, but psychic and a medium depending on what I have to be in the moment. I feel like to blend the two is way overload. That's all I have to say. It's way overload. It's like either one or the other, but also understanding that the background is a channeling of sorts from spirit or from the ruler of the universe. Okay. Yeah, that's how high we go. We vibrate high. So when people are like, oh my God, like if they think I can't say that, I can absolutely say that because my life and everything that I'm kind of a part of is just super magical. So I'm so grateful for that. All right. So let your light shine is a very big deal. I feel on a yin level. I'm also sensing that like no matter where you are in life, no matter like what it is that you're feeling, I sense that like even if you don't have a drive, okay, even if you don't have like a get up and go, you have a little bit of an element of light within you and life I'm also hearing within you to help you just get up and go as slow as possible. Now, why I'm saying that, even my like vocab, like my the way I said it slowed it down. So long story short, we just came out of, but are still in the, frequencies, vibes, energies, free energy of it. Um, a new moon in Taurus. I think it happened just last night. Okay. I do have to look that up though, because I'm not too sure. Now, also just letting you know, if I get a ring a ding ding, I may have to go. I'm going to have to tune in and see if that's for me or not. Okay. Um, so what is this? We're playing around at the same time. What's the stream marker? Unable to stream marker added. Markers appear in the video. Okay, whatever. I don't know what. Okay, let's try. So long story short, yeah, let your light shine. So you might not be maybe in the biggest mood to get up and do your life. Guys, by the way, I just like popped on here, like I did not get ready at all. But let me just tell you something. As a what I like to call, what was it? I mean, I like stylist, but instead of a stylist, I like an image consultant. Okay, I love being an image consultant. That is like so fun, and that color analysis is a part of that image consulting. So I just popped on here, and literally, also very important to note is that when for females or whoever likes makeup, it is very imperative that you get up and you go to creativity. I mean, do what you got to do in terms of hygiene first, but you turn to creativity to literally put on a beautiful face. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying that is today, you know what hit me? I was working, I like did my face, didn't want to, but I did it anyway. And lo and behold, I had not an incident in like a negative way, but I had a scenario happen where it was like, oh, verifying your face and like da 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 da. And I was like, oh my God, thank God I'm prepared for this. And preparation, bro, is like, oh, it is my key to life, dude. I love preparation. I don't give a damn what anybody says. Preparation is the key to life. Okay. So, and it's also where you can go and visualize things and like how they're going to be and how you'd like them to be. So, in case you guys don't know, I have a vision board studio. Um, as a, it's basically my business. So, in case you guys need something of what I offer on Instagram, just go check out my Instagram for basically a menu of what I do. But essentially, um, yeah, in case you guys don't know, feel free to use me for like a visualization of sorts in terms of if you have a goal, if you have an event coming up, if you have a party coming up, if you have, if you have kids that are bored and you don't know what to do with them, or you want something to do with them, or you want them to become better just by themselves and have like a tutor like scenario. I'm here, I'm down, I'm your girl. All right. So let your light shine is basically a very big concept for today. Hold on, let me plug in um my little beautiful laptop's little plug-in scenario here. Let's go. Okay, I'm going to talk about this right now. Every time, like, since recent, I've been thinking about, I'm like, oh, this makes sense where guys don't know where the female hole is, because literally, if you don't see the hole in your laptop to where the charger goes in, you don't know where you can't put it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really can't. So, so you have to like essentially feel for it, right? And then fucking insert. Like, that's basically what it is. Also, very funny is I think a lot of the times too, and the hilarious thing is that when I go put in my earrings, I can do it actually pretty well, because like I can just, like I can just find the little itty bitty hole. You know what I'm saying? And so, and also that's with nails off, but with nails on, I could do it too, but it just nails on takes a little bit more time. But I was thinking to myself too, I was like, it's so funny because some people actually, I think it's a talent of mine. Okay. Because not a lot of people have that talent where they can actually dart the thing in the little hole. So, but both really makes me think of like how guys really, they might not know where the hole is because they haven't felt it out. Okay. And let me just say something relationship status wise. If a guy has not felt out your hole first, let him not put it in, because the whole thing is you gotta lick it before you kick it. But really, you gotta, that's what came through. You gotta, the massage. always is a feel good thing. Okay. You have to, by the way, also though, like for real, life runs way too fucking fast. Like you have to insert a massage somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be so crazy, but a massage like can literally give you a different experience, you know, a mini massage. Okay, that's what I want to call it. Listen, what came to me recently, and it's a part of letting my light shine, is how I really am I love being museful. Okay. So I'm a muse. I'm going to get to these things and it's going to come out the way that it comes out. And I love it. Okay. So I love being a muse. I love being amusing. I love being useful. I love being both. And I love my musings. You know what I'm saying? I love musing in general. So, you know, random stuff is bound to pop up, which makes me excited about life. Okay. So, okay, moving on. So we have your yin, let your light shine. That's a part of my letting my light shine is my musings. I love it. I love it. And then, and also just being on here. Like I said very recently, I'm very grateful for that. I'm so stoked. That's why I'm like, oh my God, everything's about to come out. Like, so talk about the shine. It's like, I feel like this is so exciting for me. This is so truly such a gift. Okay. Such a gift. And if you know, you know what I'm saying? All right. So then, moving on to today's a good day. That's a very amazing, um, guys, I just have to be random. Talk about, oh my gosh, it is a part of today's a good day. I'm not even gonna lie, that's so crazy. Because on today's a good day, if you guys didn't see my other readings, if you didn't tune into my other readings, today's a good day has a flag on it, like kind of like a like a birthday flags, I guess what you want to call it, with the triangles. Okay, and they're all rainbow. So yesterday was, or no, 2 days ago was my dog's birthday. And for the longest time, I wanted to get her like a pillow, but like, I'm like, dude, I have to make sure I wash it. I have to make sure it's like big enough. The price has to be right. Like, there's a lot of things and wants that I wanted around that in order to give it to her. So yesterday we ran into these fucking magical like rainbow, and I like the rainbow because it's very healing. It's chakras, you know. I've loved the rainbow since I'm a unicorn. Like a unicorn loves rainbows, you know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, it's like I've loved a rainbow ever since I was younger, you know. Talk about color analysis, like that's a rainbow. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean you're into anything, or it doesn't mean you're into the same sex only, like it's just balanced. I feel like it's a balanced type of energy, right? So, long story short, I like go and I see these fucking phenomenal, which by the way, it's either, I think they are going to literally be a brand that I work with in the future because they're so good. I'm just going to mention it right now. Every day at Petco, they're going to be a sponsor of mine because they are such good. They are just a really amazing brand. They design the like really phenomenal stuff, And long story short, I might have to get up because I just scratched myself. But I itched and scratched which by the way, I think it might be like a little too hot. Why am I so scratchy, itchy, scratchy? But anyhow, long story short, doesn't matter. It's all good. So long story short, we run into, first of all, every day makes such a cool bed that it like they also, and it was like on sale for like I think $20, that it came with a toy and a blanket and a bed. And I was like, dude, you guys are the best. You know what I'm saying? And and it was like very simple and it was like very cute, but I'm like, I don't know, these colors like are not like, it wasn't hitting, you know what I'm saying? And then I found these like, because I guess we're heading towards Pride Month, right? So, but they were on sale, which is so weird. So maybe they had like too much of it or something. I have no idea. But basically, I was like, oh my God, I'm about to do that for her with all these rainbows. I found a rainbow blanket, a rainbow, because I want her as a dog to also heal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want her to heal when she's not like get up and be security, and, also, be a support animal and things like that. She needs to heal. She needs to, like, you know, rebalance. Okay. So also, rainbow is really good for your health. So if you eat the rainbow, you're really good. Like this vitality, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about it. So the Midway Joyous Way has a rainbow on it, which is or above it's saying today's a good day. I'm not going to show my cards because I just energetically cleaned everything. And I'm not going to mess around with the energy. Okay. It's just going to stay. So that's why I don't show my cards, because I'm like, I do it every day, but also it's work. So I'm gulping so hard because that is so good. Okay. That you guys need to understand that. Okay. So today's a good day. Now, what I wanted to mention when I first saw this card is that yesterday, so things from yesterday and today, which makes a lot of sense though, because or from my last video, whichever it was, it basically flows. Like, there was similar cards that ended up there that are here as well. So I want to say, from the other day, you might have been putting in work into your life, like go 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 go, get all the fucking serious shit done out of the way, tended to. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but prior to yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, um, I feng shuied my place to where I'm like, I'm happy. Like, before, I was like, not. I was like, this is not working. This is not working. Da 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 da. And like, it finally settled. Like, before the 15th, even. I think it was like maybe around the 13th or 14th. It could have been 14th, where it like really hit and landed. Maybe even 13th. Doesn't matter. But I mean, it kind of does, but it doesn't matter to you, essentially. But the whole thing is, that was work in progress for a year. You know what I'm saying? So just letting you know, giving you a little advice. If you hire me as a feng shui consultant, just know that you're going to have me come at least 4 times a year, at least, because things are going to have to be cultivated, right? And so the whole thing is, if you want to blossom, you have to keep watering your garden. So by hiring me every so often during, at least 4 seasons, you're going to be cultivating the feng shui within your world to make sure that you're kind of more living your best life. You're flowing and you're enjoying. And that's exactly what I do with my feng shui. It's like, I do feng shui to actually support those 3 things and more. So, but there's an element of, I'm like a little bit of a perfectionist, because I just need to feel like everything is kind of up to par and on par. So like, I will put the work into it, even if there were times I'm like, I love feng shui. I love turning things around. I just don't have it in me. But then all of a sudden, like I was just talking about, let your light shine, like a glimmer of, kind of belief, and a glimmer of, okay, I know I'm going to feel better when I do it. So let me just do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm applying that whole thing towards working out too, because let me just say that to myself right now. Okay. That's what I'm going to start doing, which, by the way, that's another element I'm adding into my world very soon, probably in the next 5 days, that I'm very happy about. And I feel like I'm good to go, because essentially the feng shui energy is there and supportive of me doing what I need to do. So essentially, what I'm trying to say here, today's a good day, comes from the couple of, like, probably from the 13th, like around the 13th, you might have been like kind of powerhousing like a whole lot of work into your life for some reason, because I think we're in like Taurus, so you're like, so, and especially if you have Taurus in your love vibes, like whether it's the style of your love or it's part of your Venus energy, you're gonna keep, like, you're just gonna pound it into you're just gonna, whatever the toro does. Okay, so you're just gonna pinhole your way through it. I was just talking about the pinholes. You're just gonna like pigeonhole. Yeah, but really pinhole does exist. So pigeonhole. All right, I don't know which one it is, but either or, you're gonna literally just like grind, and you're just gonna like kind of keep pushing the envelope. And that's all with love, right? But the whole thing is, and that's also to make today very good. So I think what I'm also trying to say there is, from the elements from the past 2 or 3 days, you were working with the energies already, that kind of made your world really beautiful. And now you get to do, like, from today on, the reason why today's a good day is because you get to literally do things topically in flow now. So you went kind of like maybe you like really dug, you dug deep in the past 3 days to just go through all like the crazy, the stuff that no one wants to do. You know what I'm saying? And you did it. And today could have been, even like in the morning time, could have been a finality of it, right? Um, and and so you get to kind of, like, the thing that I said to myself, like kind of sort of midday today, was a little bit past midday, was like, okay, back to regular programming. Like, I just felt like that's exactly how I felt. Like, okay, I can go back to regular programming now, because we've done such work that like nobody would ever want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play around with my hair right now, but I feel like it needs to go higher, because that's where my hair likes it to be. But like I said, I just kind of like put it up to leave, and it's not the best, but it is what it is. So either way, today's a good day. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn. And you feel, by the way, that today is a good day because of the fact that you've put so much work into your real life. You know what I'm saying? That, and also you will continue to do it. But like, for instance, very funny, like, I, even before these past 3 days, I was putting in the hard work in terms of bringing all the pieces into my world, into my home, right? That I needed to get certain projects done. So that's one thing that you have to kind of you have to apply yourself towards. Then you have my jacket sitting like literally a little too wild. So long story short, I like brought in the elements, is what I wanted to say. I brought in the elements, okay, that I needed for certain things to get done on a routine basis. And then today, after all the feng shui that I did also, so it was like bringing in the elements, then doing the feng shui, excuse me. And by the way, that kind of, that is very linked to how much of a good thing that is, right? And then I was able to literally not only piece things together, but like so I did set them up, right? So part of the good feng shui is bringing the elements, setting them up, then doing the feng shui. And also one or the other, sometimes they flow infinitely back and forth. Like, you might have to feng shui first and then set it up right, or set it up right and then feng shui, like it, because it works itself out the way that it needs to work itself out. And then I was like, I did all the brunt work, the dirty work, the kind of like, even, the ox work, like the heavy lifting, the heavy whatever. Even heavy lifting could have been talked about, by the way. And long story short, after I kind of brought in the pieces and did set things up and did the feng shui and did the dirty work, like underneath, and so the feng shui supported me to do the hard work. Let's put it that way. Thank you, God. And I was thanking God the entire time. Literally, I was thanking the ruler of the universe like over and over. I was like, thank you, God, for, feng shui, because literally it helps me so much. Mm, especially as a person who loves being at home. Okay. And but also I do love adventure at the same time. So I think it's interesting. I'm like hardcore being at home, but also hardcore adventurous. I know that's so weird, but it's like, but like also one almost might not have anything to do with the other. Like it's not like I'm like, oh my God, I'm so bored at home, I have to go do something. It's like, no, whenever it just flows, it flows. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, so long story short, and thank you God that I'm also never, thank you to the ruler of the universe that I'm also never bored, because bored is like this misery that like people say to be cool, but if you're actually bored, you're fucking miserable, dude. So stay the fuck away from those types of people. They have not answered their own call, honestly. So so yeah, so today's a good day to where, yeah, back to programming, right, back to regular programming, back to even kind of I'm even getting the word restoring yourself to where you need to be. Like, so if you have kind of like not showered in a few days, or if you haven't like done your hair, or if you haven't even brushed your hair, right, like today is like a day where it's like, okay, you're about to get, or even I always think of too, like, if you never had time to like take a bath, if you were always just like a shower person, you might just, figure out a way where baths could work for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very leisurely, very kind of like romantical, very kind of like, and from this morning, by the way, if your light can't go on, you have to give yourself that grace of just, all right, I'm just gonna get up. I'm just gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Do nothing. Because a lot of the times when people, when certain people are very proactive and they come out of a very hard case and hard situational case of like having to be so on to like, for their parents to be approving of them. You know what I'm saying? You can be also trying to heal the trauma of like being burnt out. You know what I'm saying? So there are days that like you're going to want to be super free, but also discipline needs to come into, into the picture to get like stuff done for your life. But then at the same time, you need that freedom. Like at the same time, sometimes you can't wake up out of the fucking trauma. Like you're still healing, right? So you have to give yourself the grace to kind of pick your life back up at a certain motion that it wants to get to. And then you're going to be, free and happy and flowing and joyous and satisfied. And you're just going to kind of like, your body's going to show you like, okay, so if I feel like I need to meditate, I'm going to meditate. If I can, because sometimes a lot, like when you wake up in the morning, it feels like so much work is bombarding you that you're just like, dude, where do I even start, but the starting is to just give yourself the start. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself the startup and like the, like, let me just, in a moment, I'm going to maybe, beautify my space by making my bed and by, you know what I'm saying? Like that whole thing is like, give yourself a moment. Sometimes people, even sometimes coffee can't be made right away. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that like struggly, you know what I'm saying? And today could have been that in the morning because you've just put in so much work into life. But now it's like a brand new moon in Taurus, where it's like if you have to think about, you know, um, a baby bull, baby bull just kind of was given birth. What does a baby bull do? I don't know, research it. You know what I'm saying? But every baby needs a second, when they get out of the womb to fucking like horses, like have paintbrushes as like little, as little, what's it called? Feet, So it's kind of like, I think it's called a foal, the baby horse. I'm so into horses. Amen. So the whole thing is, um, yeah, so you have to give yourself a second, and the horses need a second too, because they need their I was gonna say fins and paws and fins. Literally, correct me, A team. Their hooves, right? So they need their hooves to dry in order to harden. So that's what you're just kind of like coming from, like a birth of, a baby bull. Like, what does a baby bull need to just, rest for a second, because it just went through a portal, like, essentially. And that's what, like, that's what moons are. They're like portals. So like, and maybe that's what it was, you pinholed your way through that little portal, like you was just like your last minute closure. Like, what do you do? Or kind of like how I like to see it is like, if you're going on a trip, right? Like, what are the last minute things you have to do? That's the hard work that you've been putting into your life. Like, you got to do this, you got to do that, da, 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 and in order to kind of make sure that the house is good to go, everything's safe, everything's, the lights are turned off, the windows are closed, that, you know what I'm saying? Like the everything's locked, like you're going through that motion of like, and then you fly through that little pinhole. You know what I'm saying? Like, your spirit goes through that little pinhole or pigeonhole itself, and then you made it to the other side of whatever leveled upness we're at in terms of a portal. You know what I'm saying? So I love that. So today's a good day. I think for anybody who has put in the work, and you will sense that, especially a little bit after you've given yourself time this morning. Okay. There is a healing going on too. So you might want to eat like the rainbow. You might want to, even channel like whatever rainbow essence you need. Like, there's a naked juice that's a rainbow that you can have. There's, that I absolutely love all the time. So there's different, and I get excited about it, dude. I love me a rainbow naked smoothie, dude. I love it. So the whole thing is, there's different like there's different things you can do to heal yourself today, to continue the kind of slow and steady healing pace that you need to be going at. Okay. Now, spirit also says it can kind of be hard for you to go as slow as you need to. But if you think about like the bull is a heavy mass type of energy. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go slow, so you can't go slower than what a bull can. You can't go faster than what a bull is not a horse, even though it might want to be a horse sometimes, especially in a fire horse year. You want to go faster, da, 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 but just focus on being a joyous bull. How about that? Because that'll lift your spirits up. That'll make you go a little faster. That'll, put the pep in your step. And that's all you got to do. Eat well. Oh, Taurus, sign of Taurus loves eating well. I'm down with that too. So eating well is really important. And also, yeah, spirit is saying eat portion size. So, a lot of people like eating well, like as in they can go purchase or whatever, like I always think about kings too, like kings or, the royalty, they can eat whatever they want. And guess what they end up eating? Like a little egg, a little toast. Like they literally, because what they have to do is they have to not only keep up with their good health, but they also have to, there's a certain image that you want to portray as a the image is kind of what it is. It's like fit and skinny, fit and, well, do I want to say skinny? Not really. It's like fit and like whatever works for your body, right? But also slim. That's what I want to say. Fit and slim is basically what it is, which I'm on board for, I think. And also what they also project is that they do the hard thing in order to have what a whole lot of people are not willing to do. Do you get what I'm saying? So and so that today's a good day is kind of flowing into the yang energy, which is you can do hard things. This is more masculine energy. Let your light shine is more of a female energy. But basically, I think with this card, the divine is sending the divine masculines a lot of courageous energy and a lot of courageous energy that once used, you will be super joyous. Okay. So it's kind of like, just do the hard thing. And you might not have, if you don't have a plan, it's fine, but have like a little bit of a vision and then possibly a plan, like where you like put an outline together. But like when you go and show up to things, you don't fully know how things are going to pan themselves out. You just sometimes need to have the courage enough to show up, even if you're not where you want to be, like in terms of how you envision things to be, because part of the vision is what I'm getting to share with you guys is you have part of the vision, the divine has the other part of the vision. So you essentially don't have the full vision until you get there. Like you think you do if you have empathy. Like if you have empathy and like and you're an empath, you feel like you can kind of envision it to be what it is, which is really good. But if you don't have empathy, like if feelings mean nothing to you, or if you shut yourself off to feelings, you're definitely not going to have the full picture. You're going to have maybe part of the picture of which is your own selfish kind of idea about how things are going to go. And that could be a selfish in a negative or a positive way, right? Because we don't have all the components or the elements that we need, right, within ourselves to kind of get there. But if you just show up to the scenario at hand, and I don't know why I just got the feeling that somebody might show up to like a person's actual door or whatever, that actually frightens me. Don't do like and I think I think it's not to say it's in a bad way, but for it to be a fire horse year, a lot of people are frightened by a lot of things. Like they're spooked, right? So when I say frightened, it's a good spooked, but also it's like, don't do that to people. Like, don't do that to people like this year, unless you want some sort of, because what can come out of it, I can tell you right now, is like a weird sort of, when people have like, not a backlash, but when people have like, when people like, what is it called when you hit the knee and not a reflex? Is it a reflex? I think it is. Yeah. So people might have weird reflexes. Like you get too close, they might fucking hit, you get to like, so the spookness is kind of like a real feeling. So, and also I just feel like if you get too close to people where they're not like, they're not welcoming you in, or they have no idea what's going on. Like they're a little shaky about things in general anyway, to then also be brought like have a shaky thing be brought onto them, like they might just like have a different type of backlash, you know what I'm saying, that you might not have seen coming. So that's what I'm saying. You have to kind of come from an understanding, empathic, energetic, spiritual, whatever you want to call it, essence, so that the hard things actually become much softer. So if you're able to do the hard things empathically, like if you're like, oh, I'm going to put myself in this person's shoes. If I show up to her door, would I want somebody showing up to my door like this? Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't do that. That's definitely, because listen, if you're on the same vibration with people, you might consider their feelings to be a whole lot like yours. So you'll find a different route to like make it normal. You know what I'm saying? By the way, that's a very, very specific thing that I want to talk about today. Is I literally was like, okay, so I don't know what made me like watch Joe Rogan today. I don't like tune into his podcast a lot, but what I picked up on his podcast was he was interviewing somebody, and he was like, he kept on saying like, because the same reaction I was having to this person's story was his reaction too, which was, dude, that's not normal. Like, that's not okay. You know what I'm saying? And like, he kept on saying, he's like, people do that. He's like, that's not normal, which there is a positive element to normalcy that we all have to get on. Like, I can't even remember one of the stories. Like, one of the stories was like, oh yeah, when dads go to their daughters' colleges, they all drink together. And he, and like, and like, and Joe Rogan was saying, like, as if to like negate how that's not a truth. And he's like, that's not normal. So when you hear a person saying that's not normal, they're basically saying that's not the truth and that's not how you should do things. Okay. Because it just is fucking weird. Sometimes shit is so, you don't need to be that fucking weird. And so what he was trying to bring to the table is like really like common sense, bring it down, just stay at that normal. Like you don't have to be crazy. You don't have to whatever. So I'm just putting it out there right now. Spirit saying, go ahead. I would love to talk to Joe Rogan about normalcy because I don't think people talk about it often. And we fucking need that, dude. We absolutely need that in this life. I'm checking timing. We need that in this life. We need people to talk more about normalcy. And then my mind went back to, it was so funny because there's going to be people that hate on other people for just being normal. Okay. Like common sense, normal. I remember one time somebody had told me, well, what is the definition of normal? I said, well, I mean, I think it's common ground, common courtesy, common sense, like that's normal, you know? But the whole thing is but it was the tone of it that was presented to me was like, there was something wrong with me because I wanted things to be normal and I wanted things to be whatever. And they were trying to like express that I was like, if I'm not normal, like that means that there's something wrong with me. And so, but in truth, a little bit, yes, there is something wrong with you if you can't be fucking normal to other people and their you know, what is it called? Like the courtesy of it. You know what I'm saying? Not all people deserve it. I'm not going to even lie. There's some people that don't deserve it at all. And that I wouldn't say like, you know, walk all over them. No, I'm just saying, just walk the other fucking way. Just like, if you don't like this channel, click off this channel. Like you have your freedom to do things that you don't have to deal with in this life. You know what I'm saying? I don't suggest that the normal thing is to walk away from the hard things in your life, because no, the hard things are there for you to absolutely fucking attack in the way that you need to kind of pull through on. Okay. I'm not saying like literally attack, but also it may feel like that. Like I'm going to have to get to this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like, you know, also what's been coming through is like, you know, when you get pissed off and a bull, by the way, gets pissed off. Like, so they get pissed off, they get heated. So people can be, what did I want to say with that? People can get easily pissed off at, oh yeah, that you can easily get pissed off at like the things that you don't deserve that might be showing you how like, not that life is unfair, but like, fuck this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That it's like, no, it's so good people. There are good people out there working really hard and then they get fucking booted from a company because the company doesn't give a fuck. Guess what? Fuck that shit. You're going a different route and you're going to fucking make millions and billions and trillions and quadrillions and, you know, fucking infinity times. So like, just fucking make it happen, universe. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, the growth needs to fucking happen now. And that's how we're going to transition. Like there's people out there, I can tell you that right now, entrepreneurs that are taking fucking massive risks, okay, with their lives, with their livelihood, with their fucking changing of everything up. And by the way, this is a healing for you guys to have a very good day today about that. There are people out there that are making really fucking big changes and are seeing only like little glimmers of, you know, joy and protrusions of growth. And you're like, what the fuck did I do all this for? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that's like a healthy, like pissed offness that you need to immediately talk to, you know, the ruler of the universe to transmute, to be like, hey, listen, you might be busy right now, but I really fucking deserve this. And I'm going to go after it. And here's me going after it. And this is, you know, so it's kind of like you're transmuting that energy into that like pissed offness into peaceful joy that you actually did something about it. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, it's like, okay, God can be busy helping other people that maybe need more help than you. God bless. I'm not against that at all. But at the same time, I need to be doing proactive work to show God that when he's fucking ready, I'm gonna be ready too, because I love preparation, but also I fucking put the work in so nobody can say shit at the end of the day. Now, it's very interesting because there are people that are like me doing preparatory work, like behind the scenes, so that like when I get that kind of lane that's just fucking free to go, I'm fucking purely free to go and being in my authenticity. There are other people out there that are taking a different weird path, and I'm saying it's not accurate, but maybe it's accurate for them, is taking the path where they want to go do something to prove other people wrong. And that's where I want to say is not genuine. If you're trying to fucking prove other people wrong, there is a genuineness idea to it, but it's not it still has a lot to do with other people. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, I don't know why this is coming through. Kim Kardashian, not to say that she's ingenuine. I'm not saying that. I'm saying she might just have a different, like, kind of I'm going to say a more lower vibrational or negative perspective on things, and that's all that I'm saying. Is that she was like, oh, like there's like a thing within her that she thinks that if she's pretty, that now she has to work really hard and like work herself to like burn out to show other people that like she's worth something more than being pretty. Like she's more than just a pretty face, and she has, she has a mind of her own, and she has like a power, and she has, whatever. And she says she likes to work, which, God bless all that. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, there's a time and a place for that. And also, if you are, and may Kim Kardashian see this too, because I'm giving her the permission to just fucking be just beautiful. Just fucking be beautiful. Because guess what? People don't realize that it takes work and obviously monies. So you work to make the monies now in her position, and then you pay the glam fucking team to do your glam work, and you put the work in it, you work out. Like, these are all different types of work that you put into your fucking life that people don't actually like. The haterades are the ones that are not the empaths or empathetic to you. They're the haterades towards your success. Actually, Joe Rogan mentioned that today too. He also mentioned about the miserable, like how people that have a lot to say in a miserable type of way, they're just like, they're used to living in their own misery and they don't see a way out. So they're going to basically, it's easier for them, instead of doing the work that they need to do in their own life, they're going to then lash out at you, And how easy is it really to go on the phone, to fucking text message somebody some bullshit text or leave a bullshit comment? Super fucking easy, right? Like, anybody could fucking do that shit. Anybody could spend their fucking day on, on the socials and just bullshit, like, just produce bullshit after bullshit after. Anybody can do that. So easy, right? But the whole thing is, it's like, there are people that are going to make their fucking success happen according and in alignment to their joy and to their natural abilities and to their the real work that they put into real life. And also, social media, because listen, my social media is very real lifey. Okay. When I can't do it, I'm not on social media. When I can do it, that's a part of my real life right there and then, just doing the marketing, doing the writing, it's very real. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, I'm never going to be like, oh, social media is not real. No, it's real. It's super real. It's giving fucking people problems. You know what I'm saying? Those that can't self-control themselves, people are receiving problems from it. It's very real. Even though it's cyber, that's kind of saying like dreams don't exist. It's like, no, dreams are very real, but it's the way that when you go to sleep, you fucking ground them, or when you actually work on them, you create strategies to make them happen. Like, dreams are very real. I don't know what the fuck people would be like, oh, you're so dreamy. Shut the fuck up. How about you go the other fucking way? Don't fucking dream. Have a beautiful, miserable life around that type of idea. But no one in this life, in all truth and fairness, can say that they don't fucking dream of a better thing. Like, that's stupid, right? Like, that's, everybody has that. Or their own inner child is fucking dead. That's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even as an adult, you would have things like, oh, I'd like to attain a car. I'd like to attain this. I'd like to, like, obtain that, or attain. Are both the same word, attain and obtain? I don't know. But I think so. I have to look it up, whatever. I never really compared the two, but until that moment. But long story short, yeah, like, if you are a male adult, for instance, that like has run out of dreams or doesn't have a fucking dream, like you might have to do the hard thing, which is give yourself some time and space, go into your car or whatever. Fucking don't think about shit, and just let yourself feel into your heart. Like, what do you desire? What do you want more? What more do you want out of life? Somebody in my vicinity had put a decal on their car, Mr. Mo Betta, Mr. Mo Betta 44. I'm like, yo, is that the angel speaking right now? So the whole thing is, it's like, if you were smart and based off of evolution, you would want things to get better and more better and, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the whole thing is, like, don't downplay that shit. Don't think it's like stupid or it's uncool, or because it's the coolest shit, dude. It's so exciting. What other fucking thing can you fucking say that you're excited about in this life other than your dreams coming true? I said that to one person too. It was so funny because she was like, that I was like put down in a way, or like she was putting her kid down. I can't remember what it was, but then I'm like, and I turned to it was the mom of her own kid, and I said, well, if she doesn't have fucking dreams, what else is she gonna have? Like, as her own little fucking 10-year-old self, you know what I'm saying? Like 9-year-olds, I don't even know how old she was at that time. Like, what else does she fucking have? Like, it's not like she fucking went out to work to go make that money to attain fucking adult like shit. Like, she has dreams. She can go aspire. Which, by the way, let me just say something right now. Kylie Jenner, God bless her, because, and I don't give a fuck. Like, how do I want to put it? I saw the episode recently of, it was like King Kylie, and I love that shit, right? So King Kylie was showing just like basically all of her just like, different images of like when she was going through an era. Okay. Now, what I loved about that was she was like about 16, 17, or like maybe prior to it. And they were like, everybody was like, yo, that was the best. Like, and I love how that entire family like fucking roots for each other at the end of the day. Like, that's so fun. And so she's like, yo, they were like, because it's kind of showing that they have like friendship, And so she was like, they're like, yo, Kylie's King era, King era was the best era. We love that shit, So rooting her on. And I was like, yo, that's so beautiful, at the end of the day, because she really is, she is a wonderful girl. Like, she's a wonderful being. And the thing that why I bring that up is because I was like, yo, every kid up until that point needs to have that freedom to fucking figure themselves out. You know what I'm saying? And not be like, and be able to not be made fun of, and be able to, just test things out. But like, here's the thing. I do that even as an adult. I test things out all the time. I love that shit. I'm a mixologist, motherfuckers. Like, I love experimenting. I love testing. I love matching things. Like, so also think of the games that you used to like to play as a kid. Like, I love matching games. I love also the images. Images. I love the images that you can figure out, like the two matching pictures, and find like what's not in the other picture. Dude, fucking slamming. I love that shit so much. And so I used to love that. I used to love puzzles. Which really kind of talks about connecting the dots. Well, there's connect the dots too. Connecting the dots was very interesting, because I always pictured that to be like star, like kind of like astrology, right? Connecting the dots is kind of like astrology. It definitely always resonated with star-like things for me. So that's why I don't find connecting the dots as connecting the dots. I see it as astrology, but I also think puzzle piecing is connecting the dots. I'm not even gonna lie, like bringing in the elements to connect, that's really connecting the pinpoints of I'm gonna just lean back for a second, the pinpoint elements of what needs to kind of happen there, um kind of like magnets, right? Like if you were, so whatever, I'm not going to go into it like even further, but yeah, that's how I sense it. It's like puzzle pieces are like just essentially like, magnets that kind of get drawn to like wherever they need to go, you know what I'm saying? So to make like a huge masterpiece, and I love that shit. So yeah, okay, I have like 2 more minutes. So you guys can absolutely do the hard things. It's for the divine masculine energy to do the hard things. Now, the divine feminine has masculine energy within her that makes a part of, I want to say it's like 1/3, right? Because if you're divine feminine, like if you're a female who is feminine, you're like, and there's like the 3 parts make you up. It's like 2 parts female, 1 part male. So that 1 part male has been fucking worked, dude. It's like almost worked into the fucking ground, yo. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of sort of for preparation of things. So coming back around, preparation was one of those things. Is because, so we already talked about it. It was that portion of Kim Kardashian saying that basically she just needs to kind of prove herself to others. So that's kind of like, instead of preparing, you put yourself all too forward, it like just to kind of make other people happy, right? So you don't want to do that. But it was from her that I learned how she spoke the other day, and they said, Kim, how are you feeling? She was prepared. And I go, that's slamming. That's like such a sexy word. She's like, I feel prepared. I was like, oh man, if you guys can tap into that fucking energy, holy shit. Talk about, I've done all the hard things that I needed to do to basically get myself prepared for this moment. And I'm just free to go. You know what I'm saying? Like that's beautiful. That like free to go. But really what I meant is free to flow. Okay. But also, depending on the God, you might, because you allowed yourself free to flow, he is in charge of whether or not you're free to go. That's all that's truly what it is. So so maybe there's some of you doing that, But back to that Kylie thing, she was like, no, that's never gonna leave me. But also, when you're that age, I think that's what I wanted to say. There was something there. When you're that age, you try to figure yourself in regards to what fits, what doesn't fit, what is your image, what's you. And then it's kind of like, once you're out of that a little bit of a rebellion phase, like you're free to be you, because you're not there for anybody else. You're not doing it for anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Not even the cameras. You're just authentically you, And the authentically you also is a part of the experimentation, by the way. It's not like you leave your authenticity behind to go fucking experiment. Some people do. I don't think that's I think that's that would be so unnecessary. Bring your authenticity with you wherever you go, because it'll create more of that, even as you're kind of playing around or whatever. The thing with Kylie I wanted to say is, you have to give yourself the time to play around. I think that's what it is that I was saying with the guys today, is focus more on what does your heart want to do. Follow that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's been also the theme too. Follow your heart, because life, you never know when life is going to give you the boot. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that in all different types of ways, but especially in death. So you never know. And like, it's so funny because I got a recent paycheck and I'm so grateful for it. But I was like, I had to like talk to the Grandmaster G because I have a lot of self control, but at the same time, it's a little annoying as a female to have so much self control to not go fucking blow this, blow what I have on some fun. You know what I'm saying? So I basically was like, listen, and I felt myself kind of like I might just fucking blow some of this so that I can literally just live for today, And I really truly want that life where I have that just blow this fucking money, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because money in my world was so fucking serious at the same time. And I think that's why I'm all about, yo, let's blow this shit. Fuck it. Like, dude, we might not even fucking live, in the next minute. You know what I'm saying? So, but also it's a part of my infinite, kind of way that I see monies. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if monies is created by, Grandmaster G, of course he has more, not to use him or utilize him in any way, but it's infinite, motherfuckers. It's like you can't blow it. You can't really all blow it. It's just like you're giving it back up in love by choosing shit that you absolutely love to beautify your own world, which is essentially, again, going back around to bestow your thank yous to your creator, to say, yo, thank you for having invented this shit. Thank you for having fucking created this shit. For like, if I have a car, like I get to like decorate the car. Like that's so beautiful. Like, the expansiveness of monies is what I love, And a lot of people don't realize, but that's really what you're kind of supposed to be doing with your monies. People don't realize, but at the same time, it's a very weird balance because you have bills to pay, which kind of give you the miracle of light and water and, and flowing light and flowing water and flowing electricity, right? So you get to pay for that, which is a super dream, but then also figuring out what's the balance, because, if you want to have fun with the money, it's like, you have to, there's a time and place for that, so you always have to make sure to check in with Grandmaster G to be like, is this the time to do it? Because if not, then, we'll just leave it. You know what I'm saying? We'll just leave it there where I'm happy to have it, and, and I'm happy to not have to want more than I already have right now. Right. It's like so beautiful. Like a part of this feng shui that had happened recently was I realized I have everything that I need and things are flowing and we're going to create even better flow out of it, just to kind of sustain like the space, like, the space needs, toilet paper, the space, I mean, UN, the space needs toilet paper, but it's like, the space needs soap, like all this stuff, like that is now being regulated, which I'm very grateful for. And so it doesn't cost a lot because I'm kind of like in the flow of my own energy. Before I was like, I have to stock up. Now it's like, okay, well, we've stocked up, we've used, and now it's back to, all right, I only need like one extras because I already have two that I've invested in, right? So you have 3 extra soaps, and so you have to just keep restocking that one soap that goes, that goes to usage, and you have 2 backups, right? So it's kind of like, and you always rotate, right? You rotate them. So it's like you always keep it fresh. But the whole thing here is it's like, so you don't feel like you're gasping for air is what I'm trying to say. You're just rotating right now, which is beautiful, And yeah, so so again, that's part of what makes it a very good day. There's something else that I wanted to say about hard things, but there's a whole lot of healing happy faces on this card, which goes to show me that whenever you do the hard thing, it's going to heal you in some way. So go after your healing on everything. Make sure that like no, and I'm all about that life. Make sure that there are no stones left unturned. Make sure that you close the door behind you whenever you're really done with things. Make sure that you don't leave any doors kind of like, semi open, semi closed. Like, deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just deal with it so that you can normally close the door, unless, like, I have a bathroom door that I have to kind of keep cracked open all the time because I need flow, because it affects the temperature, I've noticed. And that's where I love physics, dude. I love physics because I don't understand physics in a scientific way. I understand physics in like, if I were physics, this is what I would be doing. Like that. Oddly enough, that's exactly how to explain it. If I were physics, this is how I would feel and go about doing physics. So I have to, and I love that shit so much because it's very much intertwined or originates from kind of like when people didn't know how to scientifically express shit. That's what I want to say. Like, they didn't know, they just knew. They didn't know for sure, they just knew. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh my god, I can cry at that because I just feel like that. Oh my god, that was so fucking beautiful. That was so beautiful. It's like so many people, wow, so many people that just healed the fucking shit out of me. Where it's like all these people all my life wanted to know, well, how are you going to do that? How are you going to do? It's like, you don't know the scientific way of how you're going to do it. You just know that you're gonna that you're going to navigate it. You just know. One of the things that Kylie Jenner said, she said, I just have a whole lot of faith in myself and I have a whole lot of confidence and belief in myself. And she's like, that's what I have. And and really, that's really what it comes down to. It's like, when somebody asks you, well, how are you going to do that crazy thought? How are you going to do that? How about you just let the person that has faith in themselves and confidence that they know that they're going to do well. And by the way, that very much so has to do with really good people. If really good people, that's another fucking golden fucking crown that's coming out of this right now, is only really good people have the power to truly really believe in themselves, because the good character is linked to truly fucking believing in you, truly believing in your in energy, in the result of the energy and how that shit's going to work when you apply yourself towards knowing that the ruler of the universe is not only watching you, but watches out for you. Dude, let me blow your fucking mind in how well taken care of you are going to feel, to where you don't even need to doubt. You don't need to doubt. You're doing the work of a good fucking charactered person. That's why the whole Joe Rogan, when he was like bringing that, whoever he was interviewing down in that, like, that's not normal, right? Like, that's not of good character. That's what I wanted to touch upon before. Because when somebody had told me and decided to even come for me, in a sense, to be like, or come at me, which is like, well, what's normal? If you're questioning what is normal, then you're doing something that's not normal, and it's not good. It's not right. It's not accurate. It's not, it's way out of alignment with what your survival needs you to be. That's what I have to say. And that's going to be the fucking opposite of what so many people who are trying to grasp on survival. Like, you'll be seeing people that need to fucking survive go fucking steal. I was in the same fucking place. Did I go steal? Absolutely not. I don't have to because I have to fucking believe in my own self-control, believe in the right moment. Spirit and the universe and Grandmaster G will provide. I don't have to be fucking in fear-based mode of where the fuck am I gonna get this, and fucking frantic and manic and all this shit. It's like, no, you just fucking relax. You realize that, okay, it's not the ideal fucking scenario for you that you would absolutely love to be a part of. But at the same time, it's like, you fucking chill and you fucking wait. And that's where the thing is, like patience, bitch. Patience for the God to come through for you. And you don't wax and wane and fucking, you don't do any of that when it comes to your good character. You absolutely motherfucking from the get of your life, stick to that fucking good character bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Even if it is bullshit at some people, I'm telling you, the best of people, or the best people with the best characters, will be so fucking pissed off that they have to hang on to good character for the longest fucking amount of time, because they know that they're playing the long game. At the end of the day, I fucking do this even if I don't fucking want to, even when this fucking person or the other person is fucking winning, and he's fucking being a fucking asshole and a cocksucker and all this shit, like all this fucking extra shit that people are doing to survive. You're seeing that, like, I could be doing that same shit. Like, how easy would it be for me to fucking put feet on the fucking gram and just get so many fucking, get so many followers in that way? But it's like, I'm still sitting here thinking, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. I don't know if it's me. I don't like feet. You know what I'm saying? I like my feet done, like in terms of like getting a pedicure, but and a massage and all that. I'm very grateful for when I get it each and every time. But at the end of the day, it's like, do I want to be putting it out there for somebody else's pleasure? It's like, I don't know if I like that. I don't know. So my whole thing is, it's like, so I'll sit fucking pretty. And that's what I'm trying to say to fucking Kim. She's allowed to sit fucking pretty because she's a good-hearted person. Doesn't have to do all that she fucking has to do. Just go get creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be like, right now is not the time where you have to go be a fucking crazy entrepreneurial bitch. It's not the time. I feel like it's good in a creative sense, but if you're overdoing yourself as a person who already has money, that's not sensical. You already have money being, kind of thrown at you at that point to go sponsor these people, to go sponsor or to go sponsor all these other companies. So it's like, utilize your fucking, your joyfulness in that scenario. Who the fuck do you think you need to be? Like, you don't need to be a boss ass bitch. You don't need to be proving this other shit to all these fucking haterades. You can literally and you can literally just sit pretty now. Like, that's so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, she is a good-hearted person, done, or what it seems to be like. I don't know. I mean, actually, I do know. I can't really, I do sense they're very good-hearted people. They're normalized as it needs to get. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like, she doesn't need to, people like her or you don't have to be so super beautiful. I know. Do you know that beauty is of the essence? So you can have an essence that is so fucking beautiful, which normally essentially gives you beauty outside of you. And I'm just going to fucking put it in that way, because you will have ugly people that essentially are ugly due to their essence. And I'm going to say that realistically, on a realistic level. I feel like that's what's born. So not to go backwards, but I told you about the story in my last episode about how I had a cousin that I really truly loved. He was like a daredevil, he was like our Eminem in the family, like badass and And I kind of like, I loved him just for him, And like, he would get all the fucking chicks. Like, all my friends would fucking love him and all this shit. And like, it kind of sucked because I'm like, damn, like, can I get a fucking dude that's like this? That's not my cousin. Thank you. That's like, why the fuck? But it was a nice feel of camaraderie, right? Like, we're like, yo, I'm proud of him. Like, he's fun. He's like, he's whatever, But he was such an asshole, and that's probably why he was like so liked, because he was such an asshole. But he was an asshole towards me one time where he was like, oh, he turned around to me and he was like, he saw me, like, he essentially shared with me his real colors, where he turned around and he said, oh, so you're still fat all these years later? And I was like, fucking probably 16, like at the time. So those are like really fucked up years to say that shit to somebody. And I just like shut the fuck up, and I was like, wow, he really said that to my face. Like, which by the way is a whole nother theme that's been coming through too, where the people that are willing to say shit like that to other people's faces do not have the love within them that they essentially are attracting to them. So they fumble the fucking ball a lot. Let me just tell you something. And I just opened up another fucking whoop ass can of whoop ass right there. Maybe 2 or 3 to that. No, fuck that shit. That's crazy. No, dude. So when I fucking saw that shit, I was like, wow. And I was like, I really used to care like a lot for this kid. Like this was like a fun, you know, a fun oh my god, but I do have to tell you something right now, which is so fucking funny. Okay, so because I'm here to spill all the fucking family tea. I don't give a shit anymore because the family is fucking crazy, dude. So this cousin, come to find out, come to find out later on in life, I find out that he may not have my uncle as his own father. Okay. So I was like, oh, he might be at like, he might like, I think his mother had him out of wedlock because everybody was saying he didn't look like my uncle, but he also didn't look like my aunt. So, or whatever, my previous aunt. And they were saying that like they really think that she had like another affair with somebody else. And I was like, ha ha. No, I'm kidding. No, it's like, no, but my whole thing is like, even still, right? No, that's so fucked up. But truth, right? At the end of the day, karma's gonna come back around. You say some stupid shit's gonna come out of a truth that you may not even know. So my whole thing is, in the future, let him fucking find out like this. I don't give a shit. And you're damn right, I'm a fucking last for your face because A, genuinely, that shit is funny to me. You know what I'm saying? But B, it's just kind of like you shouldn't be walking around talking like that as if you are God's gift from the fucking like heaven on top of heaven on top of heaven, bitch. Because at the end of the day, you ain't shit, dude. And what's so crazy is like that person was long lost for a very long time. It was like he just dismissed himself. Like I think he might have a lot of anger issues, but also he came from a different father, so he doesn't have to fucking hang, you know? So, but very interestingly enough, one of my cousins like kind of hired him for something. And I told my mom, wrong thing to do, motherfucker, because this guy, he doesn't give a fuck about anybody but himself, you know? And, but long story short, and that's like figured out later on, but long story short, I literally like, he got so ugly as he got older. That's what my whole point is that I would never say, I'm saying that right now in terms of reference, but I would never say some shit like that out loud to somebody like, oh, you got so motherfucking ugly, or even to get back at a motherfucker. I would never give a shit. But because that's not in my essence, I would never put somebody down like that. Never, because those are some touchy fucking subjects. Like you don't like people are fucking iffy about weight, politics, religion. You don't fucking talk about that shit. Like leave them the fuck leave all of those topics the fuck alone, and you're gonna have a fun and harmonious fucking life. And ask me if I watch the news. I don't give a fuck. The only thing I do have to start watching is the weather, which I haven't been, but that's how much I've been in my lane. But at the same time, I have to start watching it just because of the fact that it's just like I need to know for my own, you know, ways of like how I need to dress. Usually it's been pretty fucking anticlimactic with that. So like I know what it could be, what it can't be, you know? But what was I gonna say? Which is good. Stabilization is fucking good, dude. Let me just tell you something. Fuck that, dude. Wow, dude. It's like the shit that the hard things that you have been through. Thank God you got out to the other side, dude. That's all I'm saying. But long story short, by the way, yeah, I'm gonna say it. I had another cousin, okay, who literally one time I was talking to him and I was like, oh, and I was so excited. And yo, when I tell you my whole family is fucking, they'd laugh at you if you were like to be like, oh, I meditate, or they're so fucking filled with like this fucking European ego, dude. It's insanity. So one time I told one of my cousins, is like, yo, yeah, I'm about to go on like a Zumba cruise and just try it out. Like, I'm gonna go Zumba, which is so fun for me, and I'm gonna fucking go on a cruise for the first time. So I'm gonna go like check it out. It's like a themed cruise. I was like, fuck yeah, I just thought it was fun. And he turns around he turns around to me and he's like, yo, have you ever seen people that do Zumba? And I was like, yeah, I do Zumba. Like, of course. He's like, yo, they're all so ugly, right? And I was like, I mean, sometimes he's not right. I mean, sometimes he's not wrong. But I was like, that's interesting. I was like, okay, it's funny that you say that. But I was like, okay, I'm still going to go. I still like Zumba. I still love me a party. So you're damn right. I'm going to fucking free myself into that. By the way, we're talking about Rainbow Everything. Zumba is a part of Rainbow Everything. And so I went to go do that. But then fucking, it's crazy because some crazy egotistical shit like that to be said to somebody is nutty. And thank God that I'm strong enough that I didn't think that he was saying that about me, even though I so super could have. Like right now I'm thinking about like, oh, he definitely maybe like around the bend, like had called me ugly, like in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay. But like, I actually didn't take it that way because I don't feel like I'm ugly. You know what I'm saying? I'm I'm what Chris, what's his name? Oh my god, my little baby is so sleepy on her little new bed. Oh my god, guys, she is so fucking cute, dude. She's my angel. She's my angel sleeping. Oh my god, I love her so much. I gotta take a picture. But is my phone on me? Oh no, it's not. Okay. But oh my gosh, she's my little baby angel. So we might have to get her a bigger bed, but I think for now this is fine. But so long story short, but I don't think she likes bigger. That's the thing, because the bigger ones are not like fatter, but whatever. I just got sideswiped for a second. So hi, my mamacita girl. And so long story short, that motherfucker, like, because because he felt the need to be so egotistical, fucking karma came back around him for sure. Also, oh yeah, no, but what I was gonna say is that Chris, the comedian Chris, whatever, D apostrophe something. Fuck, it's not coming to me. He was wearing a shirt that said, he's on the Golden Hour podcast. He was wearing a shirt that says "as is," and that's how I feel. I feel like I'm as is. Like, you're gonna get me like I'm as is. So I have my beautiful moments which come out more, and because I choose that, and then I have, I can be ugly, you know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely. So the whole thing is, and I can be ugly essentially in the way that when I don't put myself together, I super don't look, I don't look beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm as is, right? Or you get what you get, what you see, what you get what you see, or whatever the fuck that saying is. But what I wanted to say here is, yeah, like, his karma came back around for other reasons, to where, his family is no longer together. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't say this shit thinking you're gonna get the fuck away from it, or get away with it, is what I wanted to say. Like, you can't do that. Like, people need to calm the fuck down, dude. I mean, you really, and that's the thing. It's like, I just think, and Chris, oh man, his name is at the fucking tip of my tongue and I can't think of it. But this Chris guy, like, he was saying, like, he doesn't like roasts, like in one of the Golden Hour podcasts. And I agree with that. I don't like roasting because roasting, you literally go into the mode of talking politics. You talk shit about politics, not talking shit, but like you bring up, right, bring up politics, religion, ugliness, fatness. Like, what other four? Those four need to be off limits to everybody. I don't give a fuck what people are trying to fucking say or not say. You cannot come out of your face and say shit like that to other people. You know what I'm saying? So and when I say fatness, I also mean weight in general, because there are people out there that are super super sub no what is the word, they don't feel comfortable, whatever, in being skinny. They're like overly skinny, so everybody sees them as skinny, and you don't eat anything, da, 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 you know what I'm saying? And that could be annoying too, so the whole thing is, see, it's not even a part of my vocabulary, the fucking word that I'm trying to think of, which is that they're not subconscious, but they're not unconscious, whatever, they feel weak in those areas, is what I'm trying to say. But me, that's why I love fucking, like, image and styling, because, like, everybody's body is different and it has a lot to do with shapes, right? So shaping and what does your body look like at any given level, and also how do you make it look more sleek and look more extravagant and beautiful and all that stuff. Like, you could do that with makeup, like contouring, give yourself some, you know what I'm saying? You could do that shit. I love playing around with all types of different imagery and looking different. Like, I love that. And actually, a lot of people say that when they see me, like, on the streets, like, when, like, through passing, they almost can't even recognize me because I look so different all the time. Like, I like transform, like, I like transformation is what I like to say. So, and that's what it is. Like, I love different looks. I love different palettes, different colors. These are my like, these colors are my colors. Like, when I look at the rainbow, I don't know if you guys can tell. No, you can't, because it's so good in I was gonna say in English. It's so good in person that these, like, this vibrant color, they're so mine. How about if we put black? I look good in black, bitch. Actually, I've been told that. But it's true. I look good in black. I can tell you what colors I look good in because they just, like, make my face look, they pop, or they make it look cleaner, right? So that's, oh my gosh, this is so hitting home. And literally, this is so divinely guided by spirit, because I don't, like, first of all, I didn't even realize I was getting this package this morning. Second of all, it's been, like, coming to me in waves, like, you need to, like, do this color analysis thing, and I'm gonna do it. Like, it's a part of my, and it's been a part of me since day one of me creating my first business card. Back in 2013, I put it on the back of my business card that I'm totally into color therapy. You know what I'm saying? So, and actually, I'm so grateful to have met where I am. I'm so grateful to have met a color analyst, like, for realsies, that I was like, okay, this is so fun. And so I think I'm gonna definitely let my light shine into that, into that atmosphere. But we're gonna do it a little differently, and I'm so excited. And I think it's gonna be just full blown awesome. Also has a lot to do with feng shui, because remember when I told you feng shui, call me for the different 4 seasons? Well, color analysis has a lot to do with spring colors, winter, spring, fall, the seasons. It has a lot to do with those colors too. So Yeah, so but I'm gonna do it in my own way because I really do know which way, like, aesthetically pleasing I wanna do it, but also, very cost effective and fun and just joyous, and I'm here for it. Like, I think it's gonna be so cool. Mine's gonna be based off a lot of satiny type of attire, okay, so that's really cool. Um, and so yeah, so we're gonna just kind of tune into, what people's energies need from the color palette. Let me see what else. I'm combining Spirit has me combine Let Your Light Shine with You Can Do the Hard Things, which I know in the receiving is today's a good day, but together on the same linear note, which is still today is a good day. Spirit wants me to say that letting your light shine will actually help you to decrease how hard the things are for you. Now, not to say this is using your beauty um in beauty to get to the head of the line, okay? That's a negative way of using your beauty, but Spirit is saying if you let your light shine in patience, for instance, right, which is more so the back of the line, but also the truest fucking leaders are at the back of the line, seeing what is needed at the front of the line so that they can actually just insert like what's needed, right? Like for instance, like they're more privy to seeing like how the process works if they stay in the back of the line rather than being like I'm first. What you then you don't see what's going on in the back of you, right? So and you'll see a lot of like CEOs and entrepreneurs, the best ones will stay in the back just to because they give a shit about refining and defining and really kind of yeah, I'm just going to say refining and streamlining what how to navigate this scenario. Wolves do that, by the way. Wolves do that. So they will kind of watch the pack to be like, okay, well, what needs to be changed here, um and how do we navigate it? But also it's beautiful because they what's so beautiful about them, if I'm not mistaken, they have the elderly be kind of more near the leader, which is so beautiful because in our society as humans, we're like, oh, when you get to the elderly, we don't give a fuck about you. But so this goes to show you that entrepreneurs really need to stay near the elderly, which I can fucking cry because I know how much that is so fucking super meaningful. And I've done that in my life and I'm so grateful for that. And I know how much that hits home when you lose somebody that is of wiseness, okay? And so long story short, um wolves in order to protect the elderly and the wise of their clan, they have them go, I think they have them, I can't remember if it was like second to last or first, because they have the wiseness to know where the fuck to go, but also everybody is going at the elderly pace because they all need to fucking survive. And I just think, I don't know why I brought that the fuck up, but I just think that that is so important because I was talking about how the good natured and the good charactered entrepreneurs and leaders will lead from the fucking back, not take it from the back, but lead from the back, bitch. And so, and they have fucking boundaries for taking it from the back. I can tell you that right now. A fucking boundary set up, bitch. Those are the extra good ones, okay? That like essentially people need to doing the hard thing is putting up the fucking boundaries, okay? So when you have a boundaries to be like, I'm not gonna fucking take it from the back from anybody, you know what I'm saying? Then and not just and listen, there are people taking it from the back just to be cool, just because they want to say that they did it. And there's also people out there that are like, oh, I'll try everything once. Fuck no, dude. if I don't feel like trying something once, I'm not gonna fucking try it. Like, I'm open, but I'm not fucking that open, because let me just tell you something. Yeah, a girl doesn't need to feel a certain way after fucking having having fucking felt like what was I gonna say? I'm like thinking of things that I don't know if I should say or not, but honestly, yeah, I don't feel like being dismembered. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't feel like that, and I feel like a lot of people are super okay with that. I'm like, no, I feel motherfucking dismembered enough of being alive on this earth, like a fucking skeleton that just got fucking beat to the fucking boulders, you know what I'm saying? So I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no more pain. I don't. So the whole thing is people just like really need to just, calm itself down, Um in terms of, yeah, not calm itself down, but like you gotta put up your fucking boundaries, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have to try everything once. You don't. I would actually, my letting my light shine would tell you to put fucking boundaries up towards that shit, because, and it doesn't matter who the fuck is looking at you, to say no, because it's just not authentically you, and it's not authentically pleasing to you. That's what I want to say. So, but if you have, okay, so Spirit's saying just say it. But if you have something that was offered, right? Like, let's say somebody came up to you and was like, oh, there's like this festival and we all go fucking naked and da 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 da, and it's like a nudist, whatever, clan thing. And you'd be like, okay, the only thing preventing me from actually giving a fuck about this is, and actually it's like body painting, right? Body painting is so super cool to me. I've always loved that. I'm always going to be into the carnival stuff. Like, that's so fun, talking about like rainbows and stuff. So my whole thing is, it's like, yeah, I'm so down for it, but at the same time, I would need to be a certain way to feel comfortable in order to do that. So my whole thing is, it's like, so something recently was offered up to me and I'd be like, like, I don't know if I would do that, because my light shines very bright, that like, if I showed up like that, people might fucking start thinking that they could ram me from the fucking back. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's just like, no, bitch, is just trying to fucking just join in on the fun. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is, there is a little bit of a skepticism in a healthy way that you have to kind of navigate through, to be like, okay, A, I'd have to prepare for this shit. B, and maybe months of preparation, not just like a little preparation. And B, I would have to have maybe motherfucking bodyguards around me, because of the fact that like ain't nobody trying to fucking get through, So boundaries have to be put up, which, by the way, was very interesting, because I was just watching Kim Kardashian have her trial with the French guys who tried to like, or who took her stuff or whatever. And she then realized, like, she was like, oh shit, like, I can't just go with one bodyguard. I have to go with like a few. It's like, duh, bitch. Yo, I need to get hired by these people to let them know what they need to do with their lives, because I don't understand why nobody around Kim Kardashian has not fucking told her that. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, are you guys having like all too much fun? Listen, you can't have all too much fun without putting the fucking boundaries down first. That is your preparation. That's a part of your preparation, so that you can go forward and be free as you possibly can be, knowing that you have certain protection. Now, the other thing that just came to mind is, don't think that just because you have bodyguards that now you can, like, your mind is free. No, your bodyguards can fuck you too very nicely if you're not hiring the right trusted type. You know what I'm saying? So so the whole thing is, it's like, don't think you're out free just because you got bodyguards. It's like, I don't know why that's coming out so weird, but yeah, but the bodyguards need to be put through some sort of, not initiation, I'm not about that life, but like maybe common sense testing. You know what I'm saying? But also, it's not even common sense testing. Sometimes it's just the sense of trusting. That's it. That's all you're going off by. It's a sense of trust, camaraderie. That's why I love that shit so much, because I'm like, yo, people think that they can get away without having that shit in their life. And it's like, no, that's what every fucking thing is based off of in this life. Like, I literally chose an insurance agent who is totally dismiss like doesn't have anything to do with me, right? Just is business, off of whether I felt like I can actually trust him in doing business. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy. It's like not so fucking complicated. By the way, I am so weirded out by why the fuck did I get paid early when normally I get paid later? That's so weird. I don't know. I don't know why that was. Yeah, it just hit me now. Why was that? Okay, I don't know. Um, but anyhow, yeah. So I love being live. I can do this like almost forever. I can chat it up. But yeah, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, so that I can be your top chatter on here. Um, on YouTube, top live chatter, by the way, because it's totally too, like, I don't know. It's whoa, we really went far, dude, in terms of timing. But yeah, I love chatting live. Live is like me. Let's just do it in the real time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to edit. I just want to have this YouTube studio to talk to you guys, to be on live, to be a top chatter on YouTube, and just kind of, let's just like fucking chat box it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I'm like sipping so slow out of this travel mug, but I'm like not mad at it. But at the same time, I'm like, I feel like it's, I don't know, like, not did I not close it well? Like, what the fuck is going on? But it's all good. I love this travel mug. So it's so me. It's so fun. Anyhow, um it has the moon on top and it's purple, like, dude, and it's so simple, and woo, it's just like, it's so fun. It's so fun. It's so fun to have for my readings. It's also dishwasher safe, and motherfucking can be reheated. Like, it's too fucking cool in there. I reheat that shit up and I'm good to go, dude. That mug is clutch. Okay. And so yeah, so it's one of my really fun mugs, especially um to do readings with, to pop up with, to do tarot, um especially on new moons and full moons. Bitch, I love it. I love it. Anyhow, Spirit is saying it's time for me to go. They said it in a different way. It's time for me to good to go. I think it was that, because it's time for me to go have an additional good day today. So enjoy yourselves, guys. Thank you so much for everything. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow. We're gonna just see how long I can ride this out. This is so fun. Yeah, and I'll talk to you real soon. All right. Make sure to also, this is a very big deal. Make sure to shield your energy through heart-filled prayer, because you deserve it. Okay. And that's step one, level one of self love 101. Just do it. Make sure to do it immediately upon opening up your eyes, but also do it while you're asleep, or before you go to sleep if you can. All right. And if not, put in a prayer midday, even, to be like, hey, whenever you think of it, hey, A team, just, as if you were like to set an alarm for the next day, you put in a prayer for basically later on in the entire day, or the entire night ahead, to be like, hey, team, can you please shield and protect my energy and my spirit and my aura, and my just, energy, vibes, frequency, free energy. Just keep it shielded and protected, whether you're, in person or on screen or doing videos, or um, videos also in general, because you don't deserve to get all the negative backlash that other haterades try to put out there. And thank God that it's so fucking weak that it really can't, like, they get so much light, I feel like the light shined upon them is what I'm trying to say. And I want to say, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, right? It's a good thing because you can see the colors truly radiating from that person. But it's a bad thing because it's like, damn, us actually really good people deserve more of that light to be shined on, in terms of give us that fucking spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Because at least we know that we're going to handle it responsibly. We are going to speak truth into it. Like, we're going to give it more light than than so that it can keep on going rather than diminish it and then have to restart back up again. It's like, fuck, dude. It's like, just, give me the light. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's what's coming through. So, all right, guys, go onwards in believing in yourself, which is also believing in how well your own creator or God is essentially helping you through everything. Yeah, he's got you. He's got you. Just stay to your good fucking, qualms about you, your good fucking character. Don't sway on it. Like, there ain't no, even if you're pissed off at somebody, try not to fucking curse them out. That's the way to do things. Try not to curse them out, because sometimes you don't know the deeper story, but also only curse them out if you meditated. That's all I'm saying. So when you see me cursing somebody out, which actually that happened very recently, somebody threw their fucking trash on the fucking sidewalk, and I'm like, damn, there's people still out like that. 2 people already in front of me, and I was like, I checked it with the A-team. Do I say something right now? Because, like, I could easily not, but I'm like, do I? They're like, yeah. When I fucking whiplashed a bitch, and he was like, ugh, don't talk to me. Just don't talk to me. Just don't talk to me. Just talk to me. Like, he was just like went all ghetto. And I turned around and I go, you know what you're going to do? You're going to keep it fucking simple. You're going to take what I said. And he even said, he's like, I can jump you right now. You understand that, right? I can jump you right now. You're going to jump me, bitch. Please try. Please try. I was like, you're going to jump. And I even said that back to him. You're going to jump me over a fucking cap that you fucking dropped. Bitch, try and see what the fuck happens. You're going to see 5 angels fucking come right in front of me and kick your fucking ass, right? I was like, you're going to see your angels today, bitch. That is not happening. And so I was like, oh, really? I said, so I was like, yo, you're going to keep your shit simple. How about you keep it simple? Keep it fucking, a little bit more peaceful, and just pick up your fucking cap that you fucking threw right in front of my face. Like, what the fuck? So I just picked it up and I was like, you motherfuckers, you're gonna get it today. And I may not see the fucking karma, but you're gonna get it today or later or whatever, He even tried, because there was like people coming out of a store. He tried to even fucking say some shit like in front of them, and I had full concentration on that motherfucker's, like, whatever he was saying. He flipped out like a little fucking pansy, like a little girl. And not to say girls are pansies, but we are fragile and we're all very sacred. And many of us are, some aren't, some haven't kept to it. Listen, I'm only sacred because I fucking kept to it. That's it. And I will always fucking keep to it. So I'm sacred. Absolutely. I never fucked around with that shit. But this motherfucker came off like, A, I was interested in him. B, oh, he had so much to say like a chick. And C, like running, like he was trying to like run, like, when people are trying to run one on you, what is it called? When people try to like run around, like beat around the bush, but it wasn't that. It was like, he was trying to like say he didn't do it, and then he did, and you have the problem. He was like trying to do that shit or whatever. And I was like, dude, I'm hearing you out right now, but we're talking about a cap, and you better come fucking pick this shit up. And so I just basically said it like that. I gave him one fucking shot, one opportunity. Eminem, bitch. If you don't fucking see that shit, that's your fucking problem. I'll pick it up. I'll pick up the crumbs. But if I fucking bend down to pick up those fucking the garbage that you fucking put there as a divine, as a masculine, not even divine anymore, you've lowered yourself to some fucking crazy Saturnian motherfucking karmic shit that can come along your way now or in the future. And it's not never, it's now or in the future. Those are your fucking options. You don't get to fucking, oh, I'm gonna run away from karma. Bitch, you can't. Karma fucking finds you. Karma knows your fucking address. Karma knows where you fucking live. You're never gonna get away with that shit. Never. That's it. I mean, just letting you know. And that's just like so stupid. Like when people like go fucking murder other people, like, or go start a fucking crime or what. You think you're really gonna get away with that shit, dude? There's ghosts out there. There's so much fucking karmic fucking ways that your ass can get fucking mauled, dude. And you're like, oh no, I'm bigger and better than all of that. I can get away from all that. No, you can't. At the end of the day, you are human just like the fucking rest of us, bitch. So stay at human level is what I'm trying to say is normal. Like stay at human fucking level. Coming back around with the Saturnian energies of what I mentioned with Joe Rogan. What is normal? Don't even fucking, if you're asking that question, you're not normal in a good way. Okay. That's basically saying stay the fuck away from me because there's shit that I can fucking do that will put everybody in a not so good circumstance, and you don't need to be near me anymore. Like that's essentially what that's saying. So we're gonna say, okay, if you don't understand what fucking normal is, you either look at it, you look for it in the dictionary. You will see my face. I'm so fucking normal that I'm a unicorn normal. That's how crazy it is. My normalcy has me being a unicorn on this earth. Okay, so the whole thing is, it's like, but also it's a very big blessing to be that way because it means that you have restricted yourself so that you can become unrestricted, and you have literally you've done that, and you've learned all that you had to learn from your elders in terms of massive amounts of respect, in terms of what you do and what you don't do, how you navigate the world, how you represent yourself, how you make sure that many around you are well taken care of. Like there's so much to normalcy, dude, that I could have an entire fucking comedic conversation around it. Like it's so fun. So essentially, go let your light shine, guys, because it's a really good day for the females to do that. And thank you to live streaming. I'm really grateful for it. And now the guys can do the hard things for us, or the divine masculine energy can do the hard thing for us, but we need to bring that shine into it so that we can, what I was going to say earlier is, we can use our good energy towards the hard stuff, making it easier rather than only seeing us for our own beauty. And that's it. Beauty is very physical. It's very material, I want to say, but the essence or the light, the genuineness that you're kind of overflowing from your cuppeth into overflowing from your cuppeth. Oh my God. I absolutely love that. So I'm going to keep it. Is that shine can absolutely have you not only have a good day, but blended with you can do hard things, can overpour itself into doing the hard things that you can get done for yourself, that you haven't gotten done in the last couple of 3 days that you wanted to get done. And you can just go live a beautiful life, So go live, go believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, you believe in your God, like I said, taking care of you. And we shall talk soon. Bye, guys. Ciao. How the F do I end this stream right now? All right, bye guys.